Hello everybody. We're going to do something really fun this morning. We're going to make some Weight Watchers biscuits, and they are made with Greek yogurt, non-fat, plain Greek yogurt. They have lots of protein in them, and this is what they look like. This is what it looks like when it comes out of the oven. I'm going to get 6 out of this recipe. And what I'm doing is preheating the oven to 400 degrees. Biscuits like a nice hot temperature. So we are going to we're using self-rising flour. And I have this size pan. It's not that large, but it's sprayed with cooking spray. And we're going to use 1.5 cups of self-rising flour. Now these are biscuits, you don't have to roll them out or shape them or anything else. There is 1.5. Self-rising flour already has salt and baking powder in it. This makes things a little bit easier. Okay, we're going to use 2/3 cup of non-fat Greek yogurt. This is the plain kind, not the flavored kind. And this is a free food. Non-fat Greek yogurt is a free food. And the reason it's a free food is because it's got so much protein in it for the amount of calories you have. Calories are only, 3/4 of a cup is only 90 calories, which is not a lot. So that is 2/3 cup of Greek yogurt. Then we're going to do 1/3 cup of skim milk or buttermilk. Now, I didn't have buttermilk, and I hope you know how to make buttermilk if you don't have it in the house. You take a cup of milk, whatever milk you're going to use, and you put 1 tablespoon of white vinegar in it, and you let it sit for a few minutes until it curdles. And then you've got buttermilk. So this is my buttermilk, and I use 1/3 cup of buttermilk. And if you don't have buttermilk or you don't make buttermilk, you can just use plain old skim milk or 1% milk. And the other ingredient is we're going to use 6 tablespoons of light margarine. And I can't believe it's not butter light because it tastes just like butter to me. So let me go get my butter. We're going to do 6 tablespoons of light margarine. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've been a little generous with those, so I'm going to just do 5. And then you just mix it up. And like I said, biscuits like a high temperature, so I'm preheating to 400 degrees. The recipe calls for 25 minutes. Just watch it. When it starts to get golden brown on the top, it's done. And depending on your oven, it might not take 25 minutes. It might take more than 25 minutes. Mix this up really good. Get all that butter mixed in. That's where you get your flakiness. Margarine, I mean. Now, Southerners like their biscuits to be a little bit sweet. So if you're one of those people and you want to add sweetness to it, put a little artificial sweetener in there, maybe a tablespoon to give it that sweetness, or maybe some brown sugar. Some people like brown sugar biscuits. You could use brown sugar Truvia. which is it's a blend, but it's tastes like brown sugar and it's sugar free. Okay. And just like most everybody out there, I've tried every diet in the world. And some of them work, some of them don't work. Some of them you can stay on, some of them you can't stay on. A low-carb diet is good and for losing some weight rather quickly, but you can't stay on it forever. So anyway, this is what I've discovered. There's my biscuits. I'm going to get 6 out of this. So when it comes out, I'll cut it into 6 equal portions. Okay, now I did a video earlier and I don't think it recorded, but what I made was a 0-point chicken vegetable soup. It's real important that you keep something in your refrigerator that's 0 points. And a soup is hearty. A good hearty soup is just a good way to keep something that you can go to and it'll fill you up and it's got no points. So that's what I made a little bit earlier, and my vegetable soup has fat-free vegetable broth with a chicken bouillon cube, some leftover marinara sauce, and some diced Italian tomatoes, and I've got celery, carrots, onion, and peas, and a can of chicken in here. Every bit of that is 0 points. And use what you've got in your refrigerator, and if you've got something in there that's not 0 points and you're tempted to use it, don't do it, because you will forget that it's in there and you'll think you're eating 0 points when you're actually not. So I had some leftover rice that I was tempted to put in here, and I could have put that in here because on a purple plan, brown rice is a free food in moderation, and so are potatoes. So, but I am on the blue plan, so I didn't put that in there. What I'm going to do is let this come to a boil. I'm going to cover it and simmer it for at least an hour to cook all those vegetables. You can simmer it more if you want to. Now I'm going to go take a walk with the dogs for 30 minutes, get my exercise, and when I come back, my soup will be done, and my biscuits, I'll take my biscuits out of the oven before I leave. So that's my morning. After I get back and have lunch, I'm going to vacuum, get a little bit more exercise, going to mop the kitchen, a little bit more exercise. So anyway, you all have a great day, and remember, Jesus said, I am the bread of life. I hope God blesses you real good, and I hope we all lose a little bit of weight, and I love you, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.